Welcome back to Team Death Slinger. My name is Peter, and today we're looking at another Regulation 1 deck list, commons and uncommons only. You can see the Gizmons on the screen, but don't click away. This is not just using Anubismon as a level 6 for Gizmon loop. This is something a little bit more spicy. So, starting with our eggs, we have 4 copies of Gigimon. The DP boost inheritable is going to be really important for us in this deck. We are going to want to swing in with a funny little aggro package to try and get 4 checks in one go, and Gigimon's going to make sure those are semi-safe checks. We are going to have 4 copies of the BT3 ProtoGizmon. If you don't know what this card does, if you would play it, you can delete an egg in your breeding area, reduce the cost by 2, so this comes down for 1. You get to draw 1, trash 1 on play, and then on deletion, you bottom deck 2 Gizmon cards in order to play out a Gizmon AT from your trash without paying the cost. We're going to have 4 copies of BT5 Guilmon. On deletion, if this card was deleted by an effect, you gain 1 memory. You can see the Growlmons down here. That's how we're going to be attempting to pop the Guilmons and gain some memory back for our troubles. We are also going to run 4 copies of the Liollmon from BT18. When this Digimon or any of your tamers would evo into a multicolored purple or yellow Digimon, reduce the cost by 1, has a retail inheritable. Both of those are relevant. You do see the Growlmon down there, like we said earlier. That's going to help you get into that 4-2 with the Liollmon, and the retail inheritable can actually dissuade your opponent from stopping your 4 checks that we will be whipping out in short order. We're going to move on to level 4s. We have 4 copies of the Gizmon AT. On play, you're going to draw 2, trash 2. You can pop a level 3 to reduce the play cost by 4. So the goal is to pop a ProtoGizmon, play this for 2, draw 2, trash 2. Cycling cards, getting more Gizmons in the trash. And then on deletion, by bottom decking 2 cards with Gizmon in their name, you can play an XT from your trash without paying the cost. That's helping you climb up the levels and build Gizmons in the trash. The other level 4s we're going to run with this are 4 copies of BT5 BlackGrowlmon. The inherit says when one of your other Digimon is deleted, you gain security attack +1. That's going to be important in helping us swing out our 4 checks. And next to that, we're going to run 4 copies of the EX3 when Digivolving, you pop one of your opponent's 3k or less. That's actually good in this format, I think, to remove memory blockers and smaller bodies. And if nothing is deleted, both players mill top 2. Also great for us. We want to put Gizmons in the trash, and mill is going to help us get there. More importantly than any of that is when attacking, you can delete one of your other Digimon to have this Digimon gain security attack +1 for the turn. That's going to be great. We want to pop our Gizmon to get this in for 2 checks, and then play another Gizmon off of the effect. Moving on to level 5s. 4 copies of Cerberusmon Werewolf mode from BT17. You're probably going to get sick of seeing this in my Regulation 1 deck profiles, but it is really good in a wide variety of things that want you to play level 3s. So when Digivolving, you can play a level 3 blue or purple Digimon card from your trash or from one of your sources without paying the cost. We are going to be aiming for trash here. We want to play a Gizmon with this. And then it gets returned to your hand at the end of the opponent's turn. We should not be making it there. The inheritable says when an effect plays one of your Digimon, you can return one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon to the hand. Because we are playing Gizmon with this deck, it is actually pretty likely that this will bounce something on your opponent's board to their hand if they have something to bounce. And this goes on Cerberusmon for 1, which kind of makes it cheaper to get into if we do go that route. We are going to run 3 copies of the Gizmon XT. This is the top end of the Gizmon line, so we want to make sure that we can at least see 1 or 2. When we play this card, we can pop a level 4 to reduce the cost by 6, so this can come down for 3. Has blocker. The Akihiro effect won't happen, but on deletion, we can play a ProtoGizmon from trash without paying the cost, and importantly, without bottom decking anything. So this just floats into a ProtoGizmon for free, which is kind of fantastic. And our main level 5 here is the BT16 Cerberusmon. On play and when Digivolving, you can return 1 Digimon card with the Dark Animal or Shaman trait from your trash to the hand. So we can use this to grab back our Werewolf mode from the trash if it does get milled or you have to discard it. There's no pressure to keep it in your hand because you can grab it back with the Cerberus. Your turn, when an effect plays one of your Digimon gains rush for the turn. That's going to be fantastic to give our Gizmon AT rush after we pop the ProtoGizmon. So this is going to be valuable for getting that 5th check, even though we talked about the 4-check combo. That's going to help us get 1 step closer to closing out the game. Now, onto the funk that I promised you guys. You see a Goldramon here. He is blue. That is why we need Werewolf mode. We can't run the Waru Seedramon because that only plays things out from our sources. We want to play something from the trash to get ProtoGizmon because this Digimon says your turn once per turn. When you play another Digimon, unsuspend this Digimon. Only once per turn, thank goodness, or it would be broken. So what are we doing with this? We're trying to build a stack with this Growlmon in it. We are trying to get Cerberus mode on top of it, play a ProtoGizmon from the trash, and then we get this Goldramon here, which is Value City, okay? So we're going to swing in, we're going to pop the Proto-Gizmon. This hits 2 checks. Proto-Gizmon floats into a Gizmon AT, which unsuspends this Digimon. He still has security attack +1 for the turn. He goes in for another 2 checks. The Cerberusmon has given the Gizmon AT rush. Gizmon AT goes in for the 5th check, and you've really just got to worry about closing out the game after that. It's really silly and really funny that that even works at all. You can see we have an Alice over there as well, so actually something you can do is play a level 3 off of this, like the Guilmon from BT5, use the Alice to pop it to Evo into this for free. And then you can play a ProtoGizmon 4-3 that you would have spent evoing into the Goldramon, and then you can unsuspend this off of the ProtoGizmon shenanigans. There's just a lot of routes you can take to get your unsuspend, get damage in, and do silly things. So this is our main level 6. I love it. You guys should give it a try. We are going to supplement this with 2 copies of Anubismon for the generic Gizmon loop. When digivolving, you play a level 3 Digimon card from your trash without paying its memory cost. Basically, if we have a bunch of Gizmons in the trash, you can actually loop through them all with Anubismon, because when you play a Digimon from the trash, that Digimon gets rushed for the turn. That is not once per turn with Anubismon. So you swing in with the ProtoGizmon, it dies, you get the Gizmon AT, gets rushed, swing in with it, it dies, you get the Gizmon XT. If it doesn't die because it is a bigger body, you swing in with this, pop it with the Growlmon Inherit, and you keep cycling the Gizmons. That's the plan with this as the backup. But I think it is less consistent than the Goldramon actually in this format, because we don't have the Cerberusmon Werewolf mode to trigger an unsuspended Inherit natively. So the Goldramon is actually more efficient at unsuspending and actually only needs to land 2 successful checks. With the DP boost being 13k on this, we actually clear most level 6s really safely, whereas this is only clearing 11k level 6s and is going to crash into 12k level 6s, which is kind of a problem. So that is why it is the secondary level 6 in this deck and not the focus of Gizmon Loop this time around. We are going to run 4 copies of Miss Memory Boost. It's going to trash 2 and draw 1. It's going to be helpful for building our trash and giving us memory to play with. But next to that, we are running 2 copies of the Cracker Fang. It is a mem setter, which is fantastic for us because we care about that. And then Mind Link, we can Mind Link to a Dark Animal to get Alliance and Blocker. All of our level 5s that we care about are Dark Animals. This one does play us a level 3, so it is not crazy to have an AG tucked underneath this. Play level 3, swing your Alliance check. You probably live the Alliance check, and then you're doing shenanigans off of that. And then lastly, we do have the Alice McCoy. I think this is just going to be a good card in this format. When one of your Digimon would evolve from 5 to 6, you can delete a Digimon to reduce the cost by 3. Because this is a slower format, this is really just guaranteeing you can get into your level 6. As long as you're playing a deck that can float a level 3, we're kind of able to get into the level 6 for free, speeds up the deck, and I think in a format like this that's slower, like I was trying to say earlier, that's really important. That's an edge that you have over other decks that maybe don't have these tools, so we're going to run with it in a lot of our purple decks. So that is what I have for this Goldramon Gizmon loop. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think this is better than Anubismon Gizmon loop, or do you think this is just a little bit of jank to tide you over until next week? That's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Thank you to our channel members for supporting this channel. It's people like Langlong, Big Z11, Coffee Deus, and DigiDane who make videos like this possible.